Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading and I'm going to use my vice versa tarot. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, the links are down below. And these are the vice versa tarot because they have images on both sides of the card, which are pretty cool. All right, so let's see what's going on here. So the current situation for Capricorn, and then we have the thing that confuses me with these cards is I never know if I should take it this way or I should take it this way. That's the only thing that I've struggled with these cards. It's like which way, but I put that way, but I feel like it was like that way. So I kind of feel like it's this up way, but it's really whatever you feel. So we have current situation, we have the Lovers, and that's crossed by the Five of Cups. What do you need to focus on? We have the Six of Pentacles. Your past, what are you leaving? We have the Seven of Swords. Your strengths, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Near future, we have the Nine of Wands. The advice, we have the Two of Wands. The environment, we have the Wheel. Hopes and fears, we have the Fool. And then the outcome, we have the World card. All right, so we have current situation, which we have the Lovers, number 6, and that's crossed by the Five of Cups. So could have been a recent breakup. I kind of feel like that's what it was, is a recent breakup, or maybe there was a disagreement or an argument where you feel that you're kind of separated, because I'm also seeing the bridge in this, and I kind of feel like it's kind of crossing that bridge, either moving on or figuring out how to work things out. Of course, that's something that you have to decide within yourself on what is best for you and what do you want to do in this situation. And that's always what you have to, I always say, is you have to figure out what you want first. You have to decide, are you willing to put energy and effort into this? Do you feel like it's just not something that you want to pursue? And it's okay. Whatever way that you feel, that's okay, because you're speaking your truth. You're speaking the true way that you feel. And you're helping yourself in that way, because sometimes when we try to fool ourselves or we try to convince ourselves that we want to go ahead with something and we really don't want to, then we're really not happy inside, and we're like, oh, why did I do that? Like, I had that opportunity, I had that chance to move on, like it was on the table, but I just felt that I wanted to keep trying, but really inside I wasn't. Sometimes that can be a really hard thing, is to be truthful with yourself, because if you're always trying to please other people or you don't like confrontation, then you'll always sort of sacrifice yourself. But over time that gets exhausting and that gets tiring, and if you're always getting the short end of the sticks, it starts to become frustrating, right? Because you're always feeling like you're losing out. All right, so let's get some of these cards here. These are my Gilded Tarot. And we have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, that's what I was saying, is that's the energy that I was feeling was the Five of Wands. Is there arguing? Is there fighting? Is that you going back and forth, trying to decide, do I move on? When I saw that Knight of Wands, I felt like it's kind of that energy that you want to move on. You don't want to stay in this energy, but what does moving on represent to you? Like I said, does moving on mean, okay, let's work on this, let's figure this out, let's get past this? Or does moving on mean, I need my space, we need to separate for a while, or we need to end this for now? What do you need to focus on? We have the Six of Pentacles. I kind of feel like he's just taken that time out. Like he's on his little deck there and he's looking over all of these beautiful vineyards or all of these trees, and like the sun is setting or it could be coming up. And he's just kind of taking that time. I feel like it's, you know, that time where you just need to yourself to figure out what it is that you want, right? You're at a crossroads. I kind of feel like you're at a crossroads. You're like, which way is the best way for me? And again, like I was saying before, is having that confidence to say that if it's something that you don't want, that you're able to say that you're confident in your decision, and you say that this is what you want and this is what needs to be changed, or that you want to walk away. Your past, what are you leaving behind? There is a head there with a helmet on that's behind the rock. And then we have the 2 swords that he's leaving, and he's walking off, and he's kind of looking over his shoulder, and he's taking the swords that he wants, but he's leaving things behind him. So I feel like it's putting maybe those skeletons in the closet. It could be some long time habits that you had that you're like, okay, I'm not going to accept this anymore. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to feel like this anymore. I want to leave that behind me, right? I want to leave that in the past. That if I want better relationships, if this is a friend, family member, it could be somebody at work, it could be a job, it could be something that you love to do that you no longer want to do it. It's like not staying at your job. Maybe it's moving to a new house, something that you love or care about, or some sort of relationship that you're just not feeling like it's the right fit for you anymore. And that's okay, because we're always growing, we're always changing, we're always evolving, we're always feeling different in our life, and we have things that change, and that's okay. And it's like, do we go with the change and work with it, or do we fight against it? There's the Tower. Like I said, the Tower's been coming out a lot for Capricorn. We have your strengths, and I feel like you're good at rebuilding. You're good at putting things back together and kind of stripping things down to the basics and figuring out, okay, where do I go from here? I feel like you have a lot of patience, because we have the Knight of Pentacles, and he's just sort of sitting on his horse, and he's waiting. Like, he's not moving, he's not doing anything, and he's being patient. And I feel like, I feel like you're good at that. You have a lot of patience, which is definitely something that doesn't come the easiest. We have the near future. We have the 9 of Wands. Definitely you feel beat up, right? You feel beat up, you feel tired, but I feel like it's hanging in there, because he's definitely been through the battle, and his helmet is off, it's on the ground, he's a little beat up, but he's still hanging in there. We have 6 of Swords, being able to work towards those goals in the partnership that you want, that happiness, right? Hanging in there. It could be that if you want to work through this situation, that you just have to be patient and hang in there, but make sure that you communicate your needs and what is important, and you have those conversations where you're able to figure out within each other what it is that works for both of you. And working towards this partnership, right? I feel like the 6 of Swords is going right towards this 4 of Wands. It's working towards that partnership that you want. We have the Advice, which is the 2 of Wands, where he's kind of looking over, looks like he's in a castle, and he has a ball in his hand, and 2 of Wands is making a choice and making a decision. And then we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Knight of Swords. I feel like it's making the decision that is best for you, because the Queen of Wands is somebody who, she chooses what is best for her. Like, she doesn't accept less than. And the Knight of Swords is moving forward and saying, okay, my needs have to be met. I have to be true to myself on how I'm really feeling in this situation. And then I have to move forward, choosing you, right? Then we have the Environment, which is the Wheel, which is change, right? Definitely there's change going on here. I feel like you're changing, and you're focusing what is important to you, what it is that you want. You're speaking your truth, you're standing up, you have your confidence. I feel like you've done it in the past where you have spoken up, but I feel like this time you're really, it's almost like the lion, and you're like roaring. You're like, you're really, I just feel like you're really being strong and confident about your needs. And I love that. We have the Five of Pentacles, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like it's not rushing into anything. I feel like there's going to be this awkwardness. There's like this awkwardness going on, because I almost feel like you're trying to figure out how you're feeling, and then you're trying to figure out what do you do with this relationship or this environment or this situation, right, that you loved or that was important to you, that you kind of feel like it's not as important as it used to be. We have the hopes and fears, hoping that everything's going to fall into place, and we have the shooting star there, and we have the Fool, and I just feel like it's, in order to have that more fulfillment in life, we always have to keep striving. We always have to keep pushing. And if we feel that something's not right, that we have to push through that, and we have to say, okay, what will make me feel good? What will make me feel right? What will make me feel motivated? What will give me that feeling of success and like the World card and victory, and like hearing the message that we have to fight for what is important to us. If it's a relationship that we want to work out, and maybe you were feeling like you weren't putting as much effort or energy into the relationship as you should have, we have to make sure that we look at what are we putting in. Are people, if we're having disagreements with people, is it because of the way that are they reacting to us? Like, are we feeling down? Are we feeling frustrated? Are we feeling irritated? And like that sort of rubbing off. And so they're reacting to that, and then we're being mad at them, but it's like they're just reacting to us. So it's like kind of building this thing. I feel like there's a lot of growth going on here. I feel excitement, because I feel like you're really choosing yourself with this card here. I feel like you're really making that effort to pursue those things that make you happy, and that you're getting your life more on track as to the way that you want it to happen. And again, as I said before, as we're making those changes within ourselves, sometimes we will change the people that we have around us, that we kind of grow from the people that we've had. Some will stay with us and grow with us, and some will move on from. And that may be one of these situations here, right? That you're growing and you're learning, and you're kind of going in this direction, and that person may be staying here and doesn't want to move along with you. And we have to make some tough decisions when it comes down to that point. But we also have to, I feel that we have to not sacrifice our own happiness for that. That's obviously a choice that each of us has to make on our own. But for me, it's like I'm always trying to grow, and I'm always trying to expand, and I'm always trying to learn, and I'm always trying to make my life better. And it's those people that are supportive, that are continually supportive, that I like having around me. And I don't want to have those people that hold me back or make me feel bad about choices or decisions that I'm doing. You want to have that support, because changing your life, making big changes, and that can be really scary, and you don't need people telling you negative things and making you feel bad for you wanting to make changes in your life. You want those people that are there to support you and say, well, I'm always there for you through the good and the bad. All right, so let's get a Star Dragons card for this reading. Let's see, let's pick this. Well, we had two come out, so let's go with two. So we have dominance, believing in yourself. That's a huge thing. I think a lot of people, I think everyone goes through a time in their life where they really start to question themselves and in believing in themselves. But I feel like those are the moments that define you as, do you pick yourself up and do you keep going, or do you give in to that energy and continue to believe in yourself? And when you pick yourself up, it makes you feel even stronger about yourself. And then we have wisdom, asking questions. I love that card, because that's always me, because I'm always asking questions about situations. I'm always, like, every day I think I ask myself questions. I'll just walk around my my home and I'll just like ask myself questions, like if I'm feeling off or I'm not feeling right or I'm feeling excited and I'm like, okay, where do I want to see this go? Or if I'm struggling, how do I think I can fix this? Always asking yourself those questions. And I just say it out loud, and just to hear myself, you know, if no one's here. And because it makes you think, and it makes you I don't know. I just feel like it's good to communicate with yourself. I feel like it's not good to shut things down and not acknowledge things or talk about things. Even if no one else is around, just asking yourself those questions. How do I feel about this, right? What do I really want in this situation? What do I want to do? Do I need some time before I make my choice, or am I ready to make my choice? I just feel like asking questions is I love that card. That's my favorite card, I think. Although believing in yourself is pretty good too, but all right, so let's grab a spirit animal oracle, and we have the starfish spirit, open to the infinite possibilities. Opening all those doors. I feel like it's opening new doors, making sure that you check any doors that are open to you, any possibilities, any opportunities that are in front of you, to explore all those, because you never know what could happen and where that could lead you. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.